it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. How is everybody today? Today, at the time of filming, is Saturday. We are still in Nags Head, North Carolina at the Outer Banks. I will be doing a video of the Outer Banks when we leave. We leave on Monday, so I'll do that maybe Sunday or when we get to Myrtle Beach. I'm not sure. Probably Sunday, just because I want it to be still relatively fresh in my brain. We've enjoyed our time here so far. We don't have any real big plans for today or tomorrow. Not that we won't find some. I am crocheting. This is a crochet video. I finished my daughter's cowl, and I showed that to you in a video already, and I decided to make another one because I'm using Caron Cloud Cakes. I purchased 2 to make my daughter's shawl, not knowing how much I would need. This color is called Sandbar Dune. And it does have a lot of sandbar looking colors, but the cream color is more the sand color. These two. Sand color here is more this kind of color. There are some dark patches of really dark, I think it's just dirty sand, where it's been like on the road and then it gets pushed back into the sand dunes on the sides of the road. They do have to do that here. We were in Texas. They have to do that in Texas. We were on San Padre Island, and this was several years ago. Brand new condo we stayed in, and on the main strip, as I remember, there's like one road that goes through San Padre, Texas, one main road, and you're driving, and all of a sudden you're in the sand dune. They just don't clear it there anymore, or the road ends there. I don't know, but I mean, it was a sand dune as big as the sand dunes around me now. Just sand though, no grass. These sand dunes this far away from the ocean I'll show you out the window. So, well, don't mind my paper towels, but if you look at, if you look at the sand dunes around, they're covered in grass. Let's come back. And that's how they are here. Where the campground is. The sand dunes are covered in grass. That's all I can see is sand dunes when I look out the window. Sand dunes and RVs. You can't see the water from here. There are sand spurs in the ground. That's what they're calling them. Sand. They're little tiny sharp pins that get stuck in your shoes. I wear Hey Dudes, and like they want to come up through the bottom. I have to take tweezers and pull them out. I don't want to do it with my fingers because I get pinpricks in my fingers. So I haven't wanted to walk through the grass because literally your shoes get covered with these sand spurs. They're just like little burrs, but they're very small. So we have not trudged through the dunes to go over and see the ocean, and there are like little sandy paths, but you gotta walk through those grasses, and I just don't. I've had no desire to do that. I don't know that Roy has done it either. He's walked, but I think he stays on the cement again because of the sand spurs, and you don't want to. We don't want to get all full of sand, to be honest with you. I mean, we're staying in the middle of the sand, so that really makes no sense, but it is true. The ocean is over there. We can hear it, we get the breeze from it, but we can't see it. But what we have seen of the sand, this color works. So I made what I'm calling Lynette's Cozy Crochet Cowl. For my daughter, because I was inspired to do that for my Crochet-along with Laura from Mimi's Crochet and Farming. She challenged to, during the month of October, make a pattern that has your name in it. If you can't find a pattern that has your name in it, then you have to design your own pattern. So that's what I did. I used a stitch tutorial by Fiber Spider, and I think it's called the cabbage stitch, where you have a granny cluster, and then on top of that you have some modified cross, and then you granny cluster in the cross, and then you cross in the granny. And I'm telling you, I love the stitch. I used a Nastasia and a Fiber Spider tutorial to teach me how to physically make a Mobius shawl, because I really didn't know how to make the Mobius become Mobius, which means that it twists in the front. See the twist? It twists once. So I made the shawl for Amanda, and it turned out really, really nice. I had no problems with it. I went there like that. I went to make this shawl. I was doing it wrong. I ripped it out 3 times, did it wrong 3 times. It wasn't twisting right. I wasn't ending up with the right place that I wanted to be. So I pulled it out 4 times. Because the 3rd time I thought, oh, I see what I did wrong. I went back and I watched the videos again. I'm like, oh, I get it. I see what I did wrong. I was doing it wrong in several different ways. Each time it was a different way that I did it wrong. I should have just watched the videos again before I started the second one, but I thought I knew what I was doing. Obviously I did not. So the 3rd time I did it, I'm like, oh, this is working. Well, and I did maybe the first time I got the starting, like the chain and then the starting row. And I realized, no, I did something wrong. You're supposed to attach the chain before you do the first row of actual stitches. So, okay, pull that out. My chain was twisted. I didn't realize. Pull that out. I don't remember what I did the 3rd time. Then the 4th time I thought I had it. And I had it probably 4 of the granny square rows done. Almost as much. Well, no. I had some left over from the first one, from Amanda's. I had some leftover yarn. And I had gotten through probably 3/4 of that when I realized it's twisting twice. Somehow I twisted the chain. And when you get done with your chain, you join it, and then you do your first row, and before you join the first row, you twist. Well, I was twisting in the wrong spots. But somehow the 3rd time I started it, the 4th time I ripped it out. This is the 4th time. I don't know. Anyway, the time before this, I had somehow twisted the chain in doing my work. I put a twist in the chain, and then there were 2 twists. Well, that wasn't working out for me, so I pulled it out again. Now I've got through the scrap of the first cake, and I'm on, my original cake, and now I'm on my second cake, and it is correct. So now it's working. I started it correct yesterday. So while we were driving and sightseeing, I did crochet this much. And I'm happy with the progress. It does go pretty quickly. This, I'm doing, one of these is going to get donated to Billie for her auction for Boggy Creek at the beginning of December. I think the first weekend of December. She is doing a Boggy Creek, another auction of handmade items to give away or to sell, so that she can buy stuff for the kids at the camp. Or I don't know what she's doing with the money. I mean, it's for the camp. I don't know if she's going to do the whole shop on Amazon thing, or if she's giving them money towards sending a kid to camp. I don't know. I haven't asked her what her end result is for. I just know that she's real excited to do another auction. So last time I donated a amigurumi elephant. which was purchased by Leela, and it's named now Leela the elephant, and Leela is being given given to the camp. She purchased the elephant and donated it back to the camp. So I'm excited to give them that one when I go there. Roy and I are thinking of volunteering. They're having some big party weekend, the weekend of Billie's auction, actually, Billie the Crafty Floridian. And Roy and I are thinking of volunteering to work the party. I'm kind of excited about that, to volunteer there. I think we will spend the night, because where our camper will be is maybe a 45-minute drive. If Roy volunteers with me, we may not spend the night. We haven't discussed it that much detail. But if I'm by myself, I'll definitely spend the night, because I don't want to leave him stuck without a car all night. And I can stay at camp and he can pick me up the next day. So I don't know how comfortable we'll be spending the night. And I wouldn't, make him do that if he didn't want to. So we're going to discuss that more, but I'm thinking we're probably going to, I'm definitely volunteering. He said he will volunteer too, but we haven't discussed the length of the time. I started filling out the paperwork and said, I don't know how long he wants to stay. So I quit filling it out, and we have to get back to that. But I'm very excited to do it. And that's in December. And it's right after we get to Florida. Happens to be when that camp is, or when that party is. But it's supposed to be a big shindig, and I'm excited for it. What is Boggy Creek? It is a camp in Florida for chronically ill children. The kids get to go to camp for free. There's no charge to their families. During summer, they do week-long camp, and it's just for the kids. During the winter, they do weekend camp, and it is for the kids and their families. It's a very, very awesome camp. There is a video about the camp linked in my description box, so please feel free to check on that. As I said, the camp is free to the children and their families, and every kid that goes to camp gets to take home a handmade knitted or crocheted blanket. And through the help of Nancy's mother, she made us aware of Boggy Creek 4 years ago when she asked Nancy to make a blanket, and then she asked Nancy to make a second blanket, and then Nancy asked me to make a blanket, and then the thing blew up, and now it's 4 years later. Last year we donated over 3,000 blankets, and we haven't set a goal for this year because we are having a shortened season, but we are at 1,200 blankets as of last Wednesday, a little over 1,200 blankets already. We will be collecting them, send them to Nancy. She's got yarn too. Her address is in my description box as well. You send the blankets to Nancy. She opens them. We do an unboxing every Wednesday. Nancy, myself, Lynanne, or Jaxie from Creations by Jax. Lynanne is Nina's Knots Crochet. We are the founding members of, the sitting panel, I should say, right now, of the Boggy Blanket Brigade. And everyone that donates a blanket or watches and participates in any way is part of our brigade. And we're to bring, our goal is to make blankets for the kids, bring awareness to the camp. We have a swag shop. All the proceeds from the swag shop go to the camp. We have a email, boggyblanketbrigade@gmail.com. We have a Facebook group page. Please feel free to join. You get lots of inspiration on what to make, colors to put together, blankets that turn out gorgeous. That's why we do the unboxing, so you can see what everybody else is doing. You can see how inspired the community has become over this. When we donate the blankets, when we actually go to camp, we film the donation. We film some of the ceremonies and things that they do. It's not really ceremonies, but every year they do something nice for us, for what we have done for them. But it's last year we had lunch, we get a tour, we videotape. Oh, excuse me. One year they had the news media there for our donations. So you guys became famous. Local news. It's a really good charity, and it's a really good place to donate your blankets. 35 to 40 wide, 40 to 50 long, or 40-inch square. That's the size of the blankets. Everything that we do that has the BBB logo or anything mentioning Boggy or the Brigade, all proceeds, every intention is to bring awareness to, raise money for, or blankets for the camp. It's all about the kids, and the camp is putting out local videos every week showing what happened at camp this week or this weekend. Maybe not every week, but often. So go to their website and check them out, and become a fan just like we are. So that's enough of Boggy. It's near and dear to my heart, and so I do crochet a lot for it. I do a lot of things for it. And so therefore it's a big part of my life, and I talk about it quite often. Maybe to the point of exhaustion. I'm sorry about that. But this project today is going towards Boggy Creek. And that's what I've been working on. The last project I finished, which was the first one of these, was not a Boggy Creek project. Those are rare and few and far between, I think. At least it feels that way sometimes. Probably more to you guys than it does to me. Luck of the Draw started. That's Mama Swift's little baby. It started with Nan from Nan's Next Knots, but she has kind of lost her crojo, and Trisha, Mama Swift, has taken up the banner. She is doing Look at the Draw. I think it's 13. It's a 10-week crochet-along. Make whatever you want, but these lately have been what they're calling Boggy style. Jax is helping her out. Jax from Creations by Jax. I don't know if they're doing it all together this time, or if they were, Juan joined them too for the opening. They did a live for an hour for Luck of the Draw 13. It comes out every Thursday, and I'll let Trish explain it to you when you go watch her video. But it's a really fun crochet along, and they're calling it Boggy style because instead of a 20-week, which is what normally we would do for Luck of the Draw, it's a 10-week, so that you can make a blanket. In 10 weeks, you can make a Boggy-sized blanket. There's lots of tutorials on Boggy-sized blankets. I have a playlist. Again, it's in my description box, so please feel free to click on that and make a Boggy blanket with Luck of the Draw 13. Or make a tote bag, or whatever you want to make, if you want to do Trisha's crochet along. I am going to use the colors, just like I did last time, from the Boggy Creek cabins. The kids sleep in cabins at the camp, and they are red, yellow, green, and blue. You need 6 colors for a traditional Luck of the Draw blanket. The cabins are 4 colors. I added a cream for a 5th color, and that's you need 5 colors for the weekly draw, and then you usually have used a main color. Last time I did not use a main color, but I think that's what I'm going to do again this time. This time I think I'm going to I haven't started. Today is Saturday, and I haven't started it yet. I haven't even dug the yarn out of, I don't know where it is. It's in the car, it's in the tote bag, it's under the bed. But I think Trish made a blanket called Sweet Marshmallow Kisses, and I'm pretty sure I got the name right. It's a square blanket. I think I'm going to do it back and forth. She sent me a pattern on how to make it back and forth instead of in the square. I don't want to do the square. The back and forth, you can do your so many rows in a back and forth blanket and make it rectangular and work for an hour or hour and a half or whatever, depending on your pattern. On a square blanket, you're done in 15 minutes on the first week, 20 minutes on the next week, but by the 9th, 10th week, you're spending a couple hours. And not that I don't want to spend a couple of hours, but I don't want to spend a couple of hours. So I'm not going to. I'm going to do it back and forth. I love the Sweet Marshmallow Kiss blanket. It's very squishy and soft, and I love it. And the pattern is easy. She does not yet, I think, have a tutorial on how to do it in the square, but she has written the pattern. She has sent it to me. I have to find it and read it and get my yarns out. I know she's already drawn for the first week, and I don't even have my yarn ready. But it is numbered from the last week, so from the last time. I think I'm going to keep everything the same and just change the pattern and do it that way. So I'm excited about getting started on that, but I kind of want to finish this first before, just so I know that I have it done and can get it to Billie in time for the auction. I won't, if I'm at Boggy Creek for her auction weekend, I won't be able to come up on panel with her and show it, so I have to get it to her for her to be able to have it in time for the auction. It doesn't really take long to make. It's a pretty simple pattern. But I don't always have time to crochet because when we're traveling and doing things, I'm sightseeing. I can't always sightsee and crochet at the same time. So that's where we're at with that. One more thing. I did, while we've been traveling, find a yarn store here. It is called Lynanne Moore. I do have a video. I'm going to attach the video here. And then I will come back and show you what I purchased. I have a picture of the outside of the store. Just look it up because I don't know the address. But, I do have a card in here. So let me show you the card real quick before I put the video in. Here it is. I don't know which is the front. I think, well, look at this. This is the one side of the card. And then here's the other side of the card. They do have an online store. The yarns, I'm going to show you a picture. After I show you the front of the store, there's going to be a picture of the hand-dyed yarn that was inspired by the Outer Banks here. So beautiful. So look at that for a minute and then watch the video. Lots of pretty yarns in that store. And then I'll come back and show you what I bought. Okay, bye. So I am in Lynanne Moore. I just walked in the door in Nags Head, North Carolina. And you can shop online at www.yarnandmoreinc.com. They do have some soap, all handmade. Is this online as well?
Yes.
Oh.
All online as well. Pretty much everything is, except for the handmade and like a few little bits and pieces that are more like, the choice of scissors. We don't do the choice of scissors. There's just, it's just you'll get a scissor. But you can call always and say, hey, I want the peacock scissors. You're not mentioning, I want that picture.
They have all these little tiny amigurumi yarns. And these are cotton. Aren't they cute? It's called Rikonumi. They're DK. They're $3.25, I think. 25 grams. And I think it's 100% cotton. I think I saw that on there. But all these colors. And they made this little doggy with it. Then they have them in this. These are $2.90 or $3.60. And these are like a chenille. So cute. And this is cherub. Ooh, this is soft. What is this made out of? They have a lot of pretty colors. Different. I think they're different. Let me see. This is a DK white nylon and nylon acrylic. 180 yards. It's really soft. And lots of colors. And then it goes into an Aran. And I believe this is the same. Yeah, cotton acrylic, same. Cherub. Just get into a thicker weight of it. Then they have over here, oh, they sell blossom yarn. They made that up there. And the big old chunky bulkies. And over here they have universal. This is like a puzzle. This is $13.90. It's very soft. 100% acrylic. Very soft. Very pretty. They have a lot of knot over here anyway. Knot. Look at those little ball cozies. That's cute. I like that. For your cake yarns. A lot of knot wool over here. Look at these. It's called Squish. Self-striping. This is $12. 56 polyester, 44 acrylic. And it is 402 yards. It's like the rock and roll, but without wool. They have it in the greens, blues, this multicolor. Oh, isn't that pretty? It's out of stock right there. That could add some pizzazz to my boggy green, red, and blue. Green, red, blue, and yellow, right? These are on sale. This regular 16 for $8. That's soft. These cherub colors, I don't know. This is pretty. Cotton, alpaca, and wool, 2-weight. So pretty. We won't play with that. Oh, they've got some red hearts in here. $6.49. It's not often you go to a local yarn store and they have Red Heart yarn. We'll come back down the other side and see the other really beautiful things. Oh, I like this color. And this one. This is 75% acrylic, 25% wool. Oops, put that down. These Encore yarns are real pretty, and they've got it with sparkle.
Hello. Good. How are you?
Uptown worsted.
Thank you.
Anti-pilling. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you have got to see these. These are their signature colors. Look at this. This is so gorgeous to match the sunset. This is Jackie's Ridge and the Kites. And this one is Outer Banks. It's really called Outer Banks. And look at those colors. Are they not gorgeous? This one is just stunning. I love it in the bulky. But you know it's got wool. So we'll leave those alone. And all of these are Malabrigo. Are they just stunning? Look at these over here. Oh my God. Really extra thick. It's called Louisiana. Look at these. I love them. 50% version wool, 49 acrylic, 1% polyamide. Are they not just so fun? Love it. And we've got these cherubs over here. These are nice. These are $10. Prints. I think they're 4-weight. Nylon acrylic. Lots of pretty colors. Now we have some more wool. On both sides. Bar yarn, I mean. This is, wait a minute. Let's see. This is super fine, 1 and 2 cotton and nylon. This is merino. These cotton socks are pretty colors. Very thin. Look at this. Oh, I love this. What are these? Hand painted. This is a 1-weight cotton Lorex. These are cotton glisten is $20. Those are so pretty. Look at the little baby ones. These are Queenlands. tweed. Silk, wool, and cotton. Color block rinse comes with this. Let's see. Merino nylon. Isn't that pretty? Look at how pretty that one is.
Yes, ma'am. Do you have upholstery thread or real strong thread to mend like a tote bag?
I love this deep purple. Almost superwash merino. I thought maybe it was a cotton. I was wrong. They have cross stitch and embroidery. More over here. This is not extremely soft. This must be some kind of linen. Linen cotton viscose. And linen cotton viscose polyester. The donuts are softer, but made up. It's nice when it's like already crocheted. Oh, that would be a nice bag. They've got some kits over here. Oh, that's really pretty. Organic cotton bamboo. Oh, this is so pretty. Alpaca and some kind of wool. Look at that. All the pretty colors. And this is Blue Sky Fibers wool stock. It says it's wool stock, so I'm going to assume it's wool. Yeah. And these are really pretty. Metallico, Prairie, and over here is Brush Shuri. Shuri is alpaca. And it's non hyperallergenic. 67%. Oh, but then it's got fine merino and bamboo in it as well. That's really soft. This is 53 Surrey alpaca, 47 another type of alpaca. Those are pretty. And then this Metallico is 50% baby alpaca, 50% silk. Wow, that's soft. That's really soft. This is wool stock light. Highland wool. There's some more kits. Oh, that's got some pretty yarn in it to make that shawl. Some yarn bags. And how much left? 100%. Speckled puffin. Not really sure what's in that yarn. Look at these really pretties. All the colors of the rainbow. Machine washable. Then we've got back here quince and grown, spun, and dyed in the USA. American wool. 100%. And then you got some just regular old sugar and cream cottons over here. Kitchen cotton. And this is Neuro. And this is Ella Ray, Cozy Alpaca Chunky, Baby Alpaca. Oh, that's very nice and soft. Acrylic 70%, 30% alpaca. And these are Neuro. %, cotton and 20% silk, viscose, and polyamide. Oh, that's soft. Organic cotton. I'm liking this. It's really thin. Bamboo pot. I've used this. It's a nice yarn. Queensland.
Yeah. It's pretty.
And more Neuro.
Don't you think?
Yeah, it is. It's lovely.
This is pretty.
Wool. 73% wool. So pretty. Okay, what to buy, what to buy. I'll show you what I find, what I decide on. Okay, so what did I buy? I bought some really pretty yarn. Look at that. It is blues. There's like gray, some purple. I think it is gorgeous. I bought 2 hanks. I want to knit with this. I've never knitted anything in This is DK weight. I don't know what I'm going to knit it, but I'm going to knit it. I do have knitting needles with me. I need to knit something very simple because I'm not much of a knitter and I haven't picked up knitting needles in a long time. But isn't this yarn gorgeous? Let me read it. Let me read about it for you. You can look at it. I'll read. It is it is this. Can you see that? Oops, there. I have my phone in the other direction, so I hope this isn't backwards for you. It is this. This is what it says on it. Organic cotton, 100%. And this is color 103, Waves. It is a 3 weight. 360 yards, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 280 meters. 65%, oh, okay, I lied. 65% organic cotton, 23% bamboo, 12% sea cell. It's SEACELL. I don't know what that means. But isn't it gorgeous? It's probably going to go away for a little while because I, don't know what to knit with it, but I know it says you need to knit me. Maybe a shawl. I don't really wear a lot of shawls, but maybe a shawl. Maybe a mandala to hang on the wall. I don't know. The yarn was beautiful. It's soft, and I said I need to buy that. It was hard to decide. The color that I really wanted was the color of the, I think it was the sunrise or sunset in the hand-dyed yarn. I wanted that yarn so bad. But it was wool, and so, you know, I'm allergic. I don't do that. It was so beautiful. The blue within the bright yellows and orange and reds. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I really, 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 really wanted it. But you can't have what you can't have. And so I did not buy it, and I bought this instead, and I really do like it. And I know that I want to knit with it. That's as much as I know. I know it's not a project I'm going to start ASAP. There are other things I need to or want to make first. So it'll just travel with me for a little while until I decide what I'm going to make with it. Maybe Lynanne will inspire me because she does a lot of shawls. I did not bring my Tunisian hooks. I know she likes to do a lot of Tunisian, but she does make a lot of shawls. So maybe I'll learn to like to wear a shawl. But if I do, I like them to be really big, and I don't know if I have enough yarn for that. Maybe I'll make a scarfy kind of thing, like a, I don't know. I haven't decided. When the project will come up, and I'll say that's what I'm going to use that yarn for. But that's all I have for you today. I wanted to show you what I bought at Lynanne Moore here in the Outer Banks. And by the way, Roy's the one that found the yarn store. He said, oh, we should go to a yarn store. I found one on Google. I said, okay. So I want to thank Lynanne Moore for letting me video there. And I hope you guys check them out. That's all I have for you. This is going to be a longer video than what I anticipated. So thanks for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, all those things that YouTube likes. I appreciate it very much. Check out any of the Boggy Creek videos that you like. Please check out the Boggy Creek playlist. Even if you're not making a blanket for Boggy Creek, you can probably find a stitch pattern or a blanket design that you love, that you just have to have. We do have Grafgan patterns available as well. Just send us an email. There are some adorable Grafgans. If you are into Grafgans, you want to try a Grafgan, please send an email to the Boggy Blanket Brigade at gmail.com, and Jaxie will send you a PDF, or go on her channel and check them out. She's got them all there. and they're free, the crafts. Tatiana from Tatiana's Blankets and Annette from Tangled in Yarn. Check them out because they created them. So thank you to those wonderful ladies. I don't think I thank people enough for all that they have done for Boggy Creek. It is just really, really special. All the outpouring of help and blankets and community and sharing and giving that the community has just thrown themselves into Boggy Creek with us, and it's a wonderful thing. So thank you for all of that as well. And now I'm going to let you go and get back to your day, whatever day it is that you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.